The ACTA Tech Day 2024 was all about artificial intelligence. Moodys Analytics shared its perspective on the future of Treasury and invited everyone to embrace the AI revolution.
My name is Nowak. I work for Moodys.
What was the key message of your presentation today?
The key message is that we really need to embrace AI, and we really have to do it in a careful way as well. There is a lot out there that we can use. There's loads of companies that offer those kind of capabilities. When I speak to chief technology officers, chief operating officers, they are bombarded by firms coming to them with AI capabilities. And it's very important to choose the right company that can deliver on what you really need. From Moody's perspective, and having spoken to a lot of companies that we work with, they tell us very openly that we are really way ahead on the journey. The reason why is because we've deployed and we partnered with key companies in that spectrum very early on, and we've developed capabilities that customers really want, and they can see very clearly from the examples that we can give them how quickly they can optimize, how quickly they can make processes more efficient. I think the key message would be absolutely embrace it, make use of it, because I think this is a fantastic way to make your life easier, your business more efficient, and at the same time make sure that you have good quality of data, good quality of product there to rely on to begin with.
You said the approach must be careful. Why do you think so?
Because everyone knows the statement, garbage in, garbage out. If you put in garbage into your model, it will spit out the garbage as well. So you have to be very careful about what data you rely on. GPT language is based on huge data that it was exposed to. So it read the entire internet to produce now statements that it produces. So when you ask ChatGPT or Copilot on Edge browser, give me an answer on that topic, it will produce an answer, but you have to be careful if you want to trust it. There is a lot of talk about data hallucinations and the output hallucinations. You have to be really careful as to what data you trained your instance of Copilot on and where it gets the information from. If this data is reliable, if it's validated, vetted, I think you will see a lot of efficiency gain. If not, you will struggle, and you will have to repeatedly do the same tasks over and over again. Training models like this is not an easy task. There's a lot of involvement from the tech people who train and make sure that the output is correct. And we are doing this work constantly to make sure that when we deliver something to a client, and the output itself can be relied on, and every single piece of text that we deliver to them is referenced to its original. So we know where it comes from, and there is no hallucination there. If our model doesn't know the answer, it will say, I don't know this answer, I cannot give you an answer. So this is very important.
This is unusual because normally I know in the usage of ChatGPT it lies and lies and lies sometimes.
And it flows really nicely, right? And you read it like a book. It's almost like Dickens, right? But you don't want to have Oliver Twist on the financial statement analysis.
Absolutely.
You want to use the capabilities that are coming from the source that knows what they're talking about, and they can assess risk in a proper way, like Moodys does on the rating agency side.
Especially when we're talking about risks in the finance sector, how are the risks of the using of AI, especially in that area?
Yeah, I mean, you really have to be very careful about the data and the data quality.
In your opinion, what is a good data quality?
It's the one that someone really looked at in the past and someone who analyzed the data. And with Moody's at least, and with our sources, it comes directly from the rating agency. They use and analyze the data themselves. It's a human interaction with data. We spread the financials ourselves. We do use some AI tools to do that. But at the end of the day, analyst is responsible for making sure that the data quality is good, and they can sign it off when they sign off the rating. You can go outside of the rating agency. You can go into our database that holds financial statements that are taken from the credit bureaus, for example. You can do that. If those data has been signed off by an auditor, you should be okay. If you want to use your own data that you populated, you are the owner of that. We can't take responsibility for this. So it's important how you collect the data, where you take it from, and how you use it as well to train models or to get the answer.
Okay, so the human factor in using the AI is still very important in your opinion?
I would say so. Yes, I would say so. It's one thing for us to automate parts of the workflows, parts of the progress that is needed to be done to run credit assessment, for example. But humans are still there. I don't think they will ever disappear. They will want to assess whether the output is correct. We can see that there is a lot of automation in parts of the reports that we can create. I'll give you an example. If you do peer comparison, for example, you would have to look at one company and then consider which other companies would be considered peers of that company. Then you would have to open other reports to understand what those peers are doing. To do a peer comparison would take you an hour, two maybe. AI can do this in seconds. So it can open 5 documents at the same time and analyze the key factors that will influence the company you're looking at from the peer comparison perspective. And you can design your peer comparison if you like as well. So if you want to include key indicators in there, factors that can lead to an upgrade or downgrade of the ratings, you can design it. But again, doing this and opening 5 statements, combining all this takes a lot of time. And this is where we see a lot of automation, and we can see that it can be done in literally seconds.
That's great. So AI is not stealing the jobs, instead it's just supporting them.
Absolutely, yes. We called our instance of Copilot Research Assistant. It's an assistant, and that's what it should be. We have been in so many conversations with companies where they're really worried about how is this going to impact them personally. But I think we should really embrace it because we can make things quicker. We can make things much more efficient. And interestingly enough, when you speak to COOs, Chief Operating Officers or CFOs, they can immediately see that this can really impact the balance sheets because they can do more business. Maybe they can do larger volume of business. And they really don't have time or comfort of going to an analyst and ask them, what do you think about this particular tool? This particular tool should help them and aid them do their work more efficiently. That's what it's about. We had the same issue with internet. That didn't go away. We thought we're going to all lose jobs and robots will take over. We're still here and we're doing a lot of work, right? So I think we have to be careful about how we use AI in what way, and it should really help us out. It should be an assistant rather than something or someone who takes over.
Can you tell me some examples on the daily business?
Where AI can help you?
Yes.
So we have been speaking to loads of customers on different types of workflows and what is it that they would like to automate. So very often they would like to automate credit process, assessing counterparty that they want to lend money to. That process is very rigid, but it can be automated to a large extent. So that would be one. M&A transactions. You want to see past transactions in similar sector. You want to find the latest news on the company you want to look at. You want to look at the fundamental data, do compare comparison so that you can place and price the new transaction somehow. Collecting all this data takes a lot of time. So we can really automate a lot of those processes. Another one would be business development. Your teams want to go out to the market. First of all, they need to know which companies they want to target. To do that, they need to research a database of some sort, which, again, they need to find. That can be automated. They can find out the details of the companies that they want to target, look at the financial statement, they can look at the news, they can look at the directors. Maybe there is a link there. That really helps them a lot. Another one that I would highlight would be on the Know Your Customer side, where you want to screen for your suppliers, you want to check which companies are linked to perhaps entities that are embargoed. To be able to link companies to embargoed entity is a very long and arduous task. We can automate a lot of those processes very quickly. So now if you're looking at suppliers that you're working with, and you want to check which ones you can rely on that are not linked to embargoed entity or person, we can automate a lot of that. So a lot of use cases. I think we have to be very creative in how we embrace AI because there are so many possibilities. The question is, how do you design the prompts? How do you design the output to give you the output that you really rely on? But there's no question, it will speed up things very, very quickly.
This is your message for the companies out there.
My message would be brave, really embrace it. Moodys has opened up AI to all its employees right from the start. 14,000 people that are employed by Moodys have got access to Copilot and to AI capabilities. We can all design workflows on the fly. I can create presentations using the data that we hold, for example, in seconds. It really does work and it automates a lot of processes. Embrace it and use it because you can become much more efficient, much quicker. I was a skeptic at the beginning, I have to say. Now I use it on a daily basis. I don't write stuff, I just write bullet points and it produces the text that looks like a fantastic statement from, I don't know, Oliver Twist, but with my bullet points on it. It's amazing, right?
Absolutely.
But it can automate things very, very quickly. In the past, I would spend probably half a day to do that. Now it takes me 10, 15 minutes. That's how I use it. I find it absolutely amazing. But I do a lot of analysis of data of people that I'm talking to, for example, and AI is really helpful there. Even designing things like emails that I want to send to clients to make it more relevant to them. I don't have to do much research. I can rely on the data that we have internally and make it about them. So if I have to customize every single email I send, that would take me forever. That can be really automated, which is absolutely fantastic.
Thank you very much. This was really very interesting and informative.
See you at the next ACTA Tech Day.